So,
hang on, you got to sync the cameras.
Do your clap, Andrew.
I've just done it, mate. Go
do
ahead.
your clap. Contribute.
There we go. Go on and
done.
start us off, Richard. Like that.
So,
Are you? Hang on, before we get going, are you clapping me because I'm the only one who's caught out today?
have you caught? You can't
I
call
have
that a fish.
actually caught a fish.
That was a
It was more of a,
yeah.
wasn't it? Go ahead, Richard. What we doing, mate?
So, episode 2,
Yep.
because of the
What are we going to
podcast.
call it?
Don't know.
We've
We've
had
had a few-
quite a few people come up with names, haven't we?
Yeah, we
we
need to
haven't been very
actually.
abusive yet, which I'm shocked at.
I know.
Yeah. We need to go through them and actually decide something at some point. But
Yeah.
we will. One
We'll
day.
do that.
One day we will.
The
But-
Wadcast.
Whoa. So, but yeah. So, episode 2, episode 1 seems to have gone down quite well, surprisingly, for
Yes.
professional waffling.
Where I was fishing, that's why it went down well. Someone else on the box
Fishing
today.
via
so-
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still fishing. It's still video, Jamie. Don't get me started.
You could just do the sound effects to make people think you're catching.
No, I actually was catching.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
Unlike
So
someone
where are we
else.
today, Andrew?
We are at the beautiful Cudmore Fisheries on the Arena Lake, where Jamie's not catching many on the method.
I haven't had a bite.
Oh,
I
mate.
haven't caught a fish.
To be fair, it's we just come for comfort today, folks, rather than going on the better pegs, which are on the other side, which would have been flipping freezing because of the wind.
Yeah.
We've just come nice and comfy, straight out the back of the van.
Comfortable catch some fishing.
Yes.
Or comfortable sit here in the countryside looking at the end of a rod.
I'm on a Bielsa bucket, you know what I mean, which J-Lad was on last week. I'm on that this week.
Yep.
Bit of a change. And what we're going to discuss this time, Richard?
I think we're going down the route of sort of sponsorships, professional anglers
Yep.
that you two apparently are.
Well, one more so than the other, J-Lad.
And sort of like, it's one of those questions, isn't it? We get
Yeah.
all the time, how do you become sponsored? What do I need to do? Blah, 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 blah.
We do, and I will go off on a bit of a tangent later on because we do get slagged off a little bit, but we'll get into that later on. I mean, I'm sure you get some. It's nasty, isn't it, some of it? But it's just one of them things. But we'll come to that later on.
You are a bit of a knob, so.
Well, some people think so, and yeah, well, no, quite a lot think so. All right, fair play then. Yeah, carry on with the
Talk about
insults
it.
then,
No,
folks.
let's start. Yeah, we want to talk about the reality of it.
Yeah,
How it is, what's involved in a week.
yeah.
But also, let's get the.
How we started off.
No, I want the rubbish bit out of the way first about sponsorship these days. The same
So it's your favourite question, isn't it? How to
same
get sponsored?
statement we always use. Yeah.
Yes.
And it seems to have calmed down a bit of late, but I flipping hate beyond belief how for all, not even just youngsters, for many anglers who get into match fishing, open match standard these days,
Yeah.
the entire or the
All they
main
wanna do
priority is I want to be sponsored.
It's yeah.
And there's, I'm not going to go controversy and name names, but
no.
flipping, I can think of so many that are
It seems
in
to
the
be
position
that
they're in, and that's more important to them to actually
Yeah.
being good at fishing.
it's not even being well. Yeah, of course it is being good at fishing. That's how you get the sponsorship. But it's about enjoying your fishing first and foremost.
Of course it is.
You know what I mean? You've got to go out and enjoy it.
That seems like it's the ultimate goal, doesn't it? For a lot of people, is being sponsored is almost higher than being a good
Yeah.
angler.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like a lot of people seem to like, I want to be sponsored, and I'm not bothered about winning matches, where
Yeah.
it should be the other way
It's
around.
the completely other way around. So let
Sponsored, yes. There's different elements to it further
different-
on up the ladder.
yeah.
But yeah, initial sponsorship. Do you know what I mean? It's great. If you can get it, fair play, wonderful and all that, but don't have that be your goal.
No.
Go fishing, get flipping good at it, enjoy it,
Just
learn it.
enjoy it. Enjoy
Yeah.
it's the main one. Join some clubs, go in some matches. Start off. So let's go back to the start. So how do we start off? So myself personally, I started fishing obviously junior matches, which I've bored you about loads and loads before. Fishing all these matches. But that's how you start off, and then you get interest from, like, for me it was Tackle Shop, Davies and Middlewich.
They're the first one that helped you out.
Bestest tackle shop in the world. I mention them all the time. Yeah, they're the first ones who helped me out when I was like 6 years old. And then obviously you go through the progression of fishing your junior matches onto a few like senior club matches, sort of 12, 13, 14. And then you just progress from there. Obviously you get picked up by clubs and, it progresses from there. Then your name gets in the paper because obviously you're submitting results.
Back in the day, that was it. That was the only way.
Yeah.
Because it's changed.
Because
now.
obviously no social media or anything
Back in the day, we had
it was like
what you
dialy
won
phones and
that was it.
everything. You won't remember them, will you?
It wasn't even
the
alive
spinny
when you were
ones,
first
Dialy
sponsored.
phones.
I've seen them in a museum.
You know, yeah, like that. And then it
My
used to
nan
go
and
all
dad
the way
had a
back
diary
round, and
plan.
then it was like one of
Did
them.
dialing 999 take hours?
Oh, ages.
Like,
Yeah,
the
'cause
house
it was
would have
like-
gone by
It
then.
was 0 then
It
9
could
on
have.
it. I was it. Yeah, it was. It was like ages. You couldn't just go. Ding,
And if
ding,
you
ding.
didn't go all the way, you had to like start again.
And then you'd wait
so
for it to come back round.
998,
Tick, tick, tick,
so
tick, tick,
close.
tick, tick, tick. And
Yeah,
then you'd press it
chaos
again.
it could be, couldn't it?
But anyway, that's going off on one. But yeah, no, you're right, Jay. There was no social media, so it was all through papers, and word of mouth was massive, wasn't it?
Well, it was
so,
all results. It was all results based.
yeah, this comes to conducting yourself in the right way because it was word of mouth, not being a, you know what I mean? It's like, but
Well,
you know,
it didn't
the
even
type of
then.
person
No,
you are
I don't,
anyway.
I disagree. I don't think it was then because people didn't know you. All
Yeah,
you
but
were
no,
was
that's
a
what I
name
mean.
in a paper.
It was word of mouth though
What-
as well, wasn't it? If that word got round,
So going back to the
Yeah.
days,
I'm
like
with you.
early sponsorships,
it wasn't black and white, Richard. All right.
what
appreciate it.
what did they expect from you? Obviously now, well, everyone expects you to be posting results on Facebook, plugging products, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
What was the sort of expectation for you, or was it just literally go out, go fishing, and
It
win
were
some matches?
results
I mean,
and magazine features.
results, and then the sponsors came like they see your results, and that's how you get recognition, and then the sponsors would come and pretty much ask, wouldn't they? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it was.
But
That's
once
how
you
it
once you
worked.
had your initial sponsorship, that's all. To maintain that,
Yeah, I mean,
that's only sponsored level, not consultants or anything like that.
yeah.
That's all you had to do was go fishing, keep
Yeah.
your name popping in the paper.
Yeah.
An odd, what would it have been then? I suppose you'd have been the same. It was like Pole Fishing Magazine, Match Fishing Magazine. Yeah, them I suppose. Odd Angler's Mail one, Odd
Yeah, well,
Improved.
for us back in obviously Angler's Mail was massive, wasn't it? And Angling Times, you know,
Yeah.
our name was always in them and what have you.
That'd be where you do that's your sponsorship job, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, to do an odd feature with them, that was the first step.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
initial. That was not bare minimum. That's all there was.
Yeah.
Let's
It
see.
was. There's nothing, as I said, nothing online or anything like that to promote yourself in that way.
No.
So it's all through the magazines, and they were massive then, weren't they?
Yeah. So then your ability at angling was far more important than it is now, I think.
I think that
You having that?
that's probably quite. Obviously, it's that sort of era that's probably moved on now, because you see it so much now where there's a lot of anglers that you'd say, oh, they should 100% be sponsored,
Yeah.
but because of how they act or the personality or what they do, as a company, you won't have them representing you because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just too much potential aggro.
Yeah.
There has to be zero controversy.
Yeah,
Not far off.
Because I've seen it from both sides where working at a company.
Ooh.
Hey up. Is he on? Is he on?
No line.
Yeah.
Is that first indication?
Oh, there's a swirl
Oh, we're
that he
getting
was.
indications on quiver tip.
But
Go ahead.
you know now how anything you put on Facebook, everyone's like looking to pick fault in it in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
And then that goes back to the company, you have to deal
Yeah.
with it. And then you just can't be controversial. You can't do anything wrong now
No.
without someone seeing it, without someone picking on it. And yeah, it's just, you've got to be squeaky clean.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Not
What does
far
my
off,
head, and
yeah.
I'm going to go for it now, is the amount of jealousy in our sport. It proper winds me up. So, right, here's one. I'm going to look straight down the camera. So, me and Jay, we both had full-time jobs. Obviously, we've got to level in our career. He's got a fish. Got to level in our career through like winning matches, going out and actually fishing matches to get a name for ourselves. That we gain these sponsorships. So we want to make a living from it. So what do? Gave up our jobs. It's not like we went straight into it and got all this tackle given to us, folks. You know, we give up full-time jobs. You know, I can vividly remember the conversation I had with Daddy May and my mum now. They didn't want me to leave the job.
You're not married to Lulu when you left? Oh, no, definitely not. Well, how long you been doing it now?
15 years. No, we were seeing each other. We weren't married.
Well, yeah, you weren't
No,
married
we
when you
weren't
did
married.
it.
Didn't have kids.
You living
so I can
together?
vividly remember, yeah. No, I need to mention Lulu.
Were you living together or you still at mummy daddy's?
No, we were living together.
So you had mortgage.
So we had
and-
mortgage,
Yeah.
this, that, and the other. Obviously, whatever else came with it. Didn't have kids, but obviously had mortgage, which was massive. So I can remember the conversation I had with mum, my dad, and Lou. Well, no, to be fair, Lou was the reason I went to go for it. She's stood by me 100%, still does. I'm not going to get teary or anything, but you know what I mean? Mummy and Daddy May were like, no, we don't want me to leave because I was in a steady job, steady income, pension at the end of it, you know, when I retire, whenever it
Mine
was.
were exactly the same.
They didn't want me to do. They didn't want me to do it. But Barclays were offering, you can take a year out, you know, just to do whatever. Because there's a lot of like uni graduates there who want to take a year out and doing travelling and anything. and they didn't want me to, but I did. I took the plunge, took a year out to set me coaching up. And that first year, I don't think I had any coachings, but I just set it up. He's one of them, but he was setting it, go Edge, he's a nice
He's a
mate.
unit, isn't he?
All right, you're winning now. That is like, that's a fish. Mine was a fish. That's a fish.
Oh, he is.
Go ahead. So should I start
No,
him
he's
off
not.
with
He's ugly.
Oh, is he?
He's ugly.
Because it's so shiny.
No, he's really, really ugly.
Right, I'll wait till you put that back until I start going off.
Go on, man.
But yeah, so obviously mum and daddy mate, no. But I really wanted to. Louise, my wife, she stood by me, says, yeah, let's do it, see what happens. So took a year out. After that first year, it was hard work, but I was fishing that many matches and I thought, oh yeah, we're making a few pennies because I was fishing like,
Get this out in a minute.
I'm going to say like 4 or 5 matches a week, Jay, I was fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing a lot, yeah.
when you
Kieran
were
was the same
fishing.
as well. Kieran Mitch used to travel a lot with then,
So
Yeah.
back in the day.
at this point, when you're doing it,
Yeah.
was there anyone else that had done it before
So
you?
Neil Machin was another reason why I decided to go full time because he was the first one I'd seen who was making a bit of a living out of it. But it's more. I mean, with Neil, obviously, back then, Jay, flipping heck, it's ridiculous. He's won everything.
Yeah,
So
that'd be the same sort of time when he did win Fish Show and Park Dean.
Yeah,
Same year.
same
wasn't it?
year, yeah,
It was off
yeah.
the back of that, he did it, didn't it?
I'm going to say 2007, 2008 it was when he
crap
first started.
dates.
Because that's when I hadn't been noticing at the bank at like 2007, 2006. So I seen Neil do it and I'm thinking, yeah, brilliant. He's making a go of it. And I thought that I could offer a little bit more, well, not more, but different elements to my fishing than him. Because obviously my river, my natural background, not saying that Neil can't do it, of course he can, but my river background and obviously canals and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after that first year, it was hard, but I just carried on with it. Mum and daddy may like, Andy, go back to the bank, but carried on with it. And from there, it's just progressed, just got steadily better every year. And we are where we are now, which is absolutely phenomenal. Go ahead, Jay, lad. Is that no clips as well?
No clip, baby.
You are on it, boy.
Like
Andy
that.
Finlay-esque, that, mate. So this is what really, really gets me going. I'm not going to swear, is when people think we've all had it handed to us. We have mortgages, you know what I mean? We've got kids to support now. We're in I don't get me wrong, we're in a fortunate position, but it's not as if we haven't earned it, and that's what really does me head in when people post on social media, oh, he's getting all his gear for now. You know what I mean?
They only win because they get all the kit. You get your kit for a reason because
Yeah, we've had it for a reason because
because
we've done it, and it's all we've ever done, and we've earned it. You know what I mean? We've all had like myself and Joe. We've had what you call proper job, but we've had like jobs in the past. Yeah, you had a proper job. I was like that on the computer. Where's the A? Who's nicked the A? Where's the A? Oh, it's over there. Doink. But yeah, so that's what really gets on my nerves more than anything in the whole wide world. You know, I'm proper laid back and placid in that. Like to have a laugh, but that really, really frustrates me. So yeah, I like venting my anger. But yeah, it's not as if we've got given it. You know what I mean? We've earned it. We've earned to be where we are now.
We've set him off, Joe.
we have.
Oh, it's
I've
proper.
never seen angry.
But you know what I
Andy
mean,
in
though?
front of
You're
camera.
exactly the same, Jay.
No, it is,
we
mate.
both get it. You know
Well,
what I mean?
for me, it was terrifying. The first year I did it, don't know when it was. I'm going to say that 2011. I think I left my job,
Yeah,
and I left my job going, I'm going to be an angling coach.
yeah.
I had 6 bookings when I left,
Oh, right, okay.
and I had enough money in the bank. I'd saved up a couple of quid working,
Yeah.
and I had enough money in the bank to have like 6 months off.
How
I mean, that
scary
was
is the winter, though? I remember having a chat
That's
with
what I
you.
was going to go into.
Yeah.
That the first winter, I probably did 20 days coaching first year,
Yeah.
which then I think it was like we weren't making a lot. I think I was 140
I
quid
remember
a day.
chatting to you, like, I think it was 2012, 2013 at Baldings. I remember being in the cafe and chatting to you, and you were saying...
Was it?
Yeah.
It was scary. Well, I used to have to go the first year, that winter, because I've nearly used all my money up. I had to go to Blundell's and I had to win on a Wednesday.
Right,
Do you know what I mean? If I won at Blundell's, I was like, I've got a couple of quid at least.
Do you not think though, when you're in that position, I did this when I was living in Milton Keynes, and it's like, because it was expensive as anything, there was quite a few matches you went to. I shouldn't really be spending 30, 40 quid or whatever
To
on
fish
this,
it.
but you fish really, like you
Yeah,
always
yeah,
end
like
up
you love-
picking
yeah.
up money, don't you, when
Yeah,
you're like,
definitely.
it
I
depends
don't know,
on-
it wasn't nice having the pressure of having to win as well. Because in the winter, it's flipping hard.
Yeah.
And the Blundell's had a rover element and all sorts. It used to be, I didn't have to win, but it was important. I won that
Yeah.
cash, so I had a bit of...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We still had, at that point, who was I
Swear
with
off
then?
enough, then.
There's nothing there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think I was with Maver when
Yeah, you were. Definitely.
I must have been.
Yeah, definitely.
So I wasn't on a lot of money. I was
No.
probably getting about 4,000 or 5,000 quid off Maver.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
no winning ways,
No.
nothing. That was
No.
the only other income we had coming in.
Yeah.
And then Samenton that, yeah. And it was terrifying.
It was terrifying.
So when you heard So Jay was after you coaching.
Yeah.
Oh, well after.
Were you a bit like?
To be
"Bloody
fair,
hell, he's going to come and like."
and I was
steal
just
me."
like Neil didn't do it for long. He only did it for like 2 or 3 years, and I was pretty much one of the only ones. Obviously, you got the likes of Des Ship, Steve Ringer, Will Raisin. They weren't
They
probably
didn't
but they
really
do
do it.
days. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They do days. Who else? Nick Speed was similar time as well. I think Nick started doing it.
No, I think Nick was after me.
Oh, was he?
Maybe.
But the
I don't
thing
know.
that like
Yeah, he
because
was.
obviously. Like myself, he'd been doing it for a few years. Then Jay started, and then Bagger started.
Kieran did it.
Kieran
before
was
me.
just after me.
And he was our sort of area.
Yeah, well, yeah, more Midlands he wanted, but he'd like cover our area. Oh, Blundell's
No,
he
that's,
was, wasn't
that's
he?
when he was up here, yeah.
Oh,
Did a
right,
lot
Blundell's.
of Blundell's and Partridge, Kieran.
So
did.
yeah, so I had that to contend with, and then Jay started, and then Bagger started. I'm like, oh, but to be fair, we never noticed anything, did we?
No, there
You
was
know what I
never any. It only ever got better.
Yeah.
Well, for me, the changing thing, and it will for you as well. Oh, I'd imagine for you as well. And this is a luck thing, a lot of luck thing. That I've just said about that winter being so hard.
Yeah.
It was the year after I won Fisher.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
You said to me, I remember the words you said to me.
Couldn't be the most perfect time for me. Do you know, if I had won Fisher,
Yeah.
I'd have been scaffolding by Christmas that year.
Yeah.
100%, I'd have been back
Shows
to
you,
work.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Definitely, if I hadn't had that little bit of luck, technically drawing in that one peg, changed my life. Yeah, and that's to get into many of our positions that we're in.
Yeah.
There's the perfect example. You, me, Bagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all. Do you know what I mean? We're all full-time professional
Yeah,
anglers that
definitely.
get it good.
Yeah.
All of us had that bit of luck in
Yeah.
winning
Yeah.
a massive match that makes you financially secure.
Definitely.
And as well, the flip side at that time, so they did it for me, did it for you, as I said, the coaching went ridiculous,
Just ridiculous.
because of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Absolutely.
I mean? I didn't change. I wasn't any better, any worse, whatever. You've
No.
won a match and all of a sudden people want something to do with you.
Yeah, because
So
they can
it's
see your hard work pays off.
Yeah,
know
you
what I mean?
did that,
That's
and
it.
it just makes
But I suppose
life easier.
Fundamentally, all this revolves around is if you want something so much, put the camera on me, Rich. Go ahead. If you want something so much, just go for it. That's what we're saying at the start of this. When I started off on my rant, you know what I mean. If you just go and do it, if you want to do it, just try it, and you'll see how hard it is. As I said, we don't get given it, and that's what's really, really frustrating.
No.
I
You
suppose
can't
Proper.
it's the same as like that. It's the same as anything where like starting a business, going free. Like,
It just
it's
does me head
always
in when
that.
they say, oh, well, yeah, they will be like that because they get all the gear given. Well, you go and try doing it full time and giving up a full time job. You know what I mean? Just do it.
But-
there's not stopping you doing it, is there?
Yeah.
And I'm looking right down the camera at you.
proper offer, aren't you?
Oh, it does me head in.
Go on,
Proper
right, enough of
frustrates
that
me.
one. No one's shouting at you now. It's all good.
So-
now the happy side of it.
Well, moving like what
Yeah.
being a professional angler,
Yeah.
what does it sort of entail? What's day to day? Are you fishing matches every day? Are you on the bank fishing every day?
I reckon I can talk for both of us, and
Yeah.
100% for you.
Yeah.
We fish less matches now than we ever have.
Definitely.
Don't we?
Definitely
You
for me,
definitely. You said that you've come back a bit recently. Last
yeah.
year.
Last
or
year
so.
was like get ready, and this year as well, it's get ready time. I'm in loads, but
Yeah.
certainly from a coaching perspective, I'm in the fortunate position that we can sort of like not pack it in completely, but sort of stop from like, when the weather goes rubbish, like November to. Well, I started my first one back this week actually. What we're now beginning of March,
Yeah.
and this
it's
is
a
me
big
now.
chunk still. It's still November to March. 5 months, no, 4 months because you start in March.
Definitely.
But that is no income from that side of things.
Yeah.
It's a big old chunk in your
Oh,
year.
it is, yeah. But you know the way it is from like now up until November, it's literally every single day I'm fishing.
you do a
Not
lot,
in
don't you?
matches, but I can't get enough of it. I absolutely love it. And you obviously you've got to love the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's become a thing now, hasn't it? That for many people wanting to be a professional angler,
Yeah.
a percentage of coaching needs to be involved just for you
Definitely.
to boost your earnings up.
I don't think you can just go do it from match winnings alone, can you?
Right.
Impossible.
Come on, Rich.
In the country, how many people do we reckon that are a professional angler and get paid enough that they can do it without coaching and all of that?
Without any sponsorship money and out any coaching?
Yeah.
Zero.
You can't.
No, just on sponsorship money, so
Just on sponsorship money off a company.
yeah. And there's probably
I can name one.
yeah, one or two.
Yeah.
And I think that's the impression that there's a lot of people expect there's hundreds of anglers that are on like 50 grand a year just to go fishing,
Be
do
nice,
what
wouldn't
they
it?
want.
Be nice, actually, wouldn't it?
Just they are
Flipping
go
heck.
fishing. Doesn't exist.
No.
And the way the world's gone with fishing, they're knocking that post again.
Everything's like increasing, isn't it?
No, but the sponsorships, or not even sponsorship, almost employment through a tackle company
Yeah.
as a consultant, whatever you want to call it, if you want that paid gang, they demand a lot now because
Yeah, they do.
social media's messed it right up for us,
It
hasn't it?
has, yeah. I've got to go and do so many filming days. But to be fair, we love it, don't we? It's
That's
just
the big thing,
nice
though. That's
doing
the next
it.
thing to come into, innit?
Yeah, yeah. Filming days that we have,
I
like a
don't know
certain amount.
If we can claim it, I feel like we did, or I didn't feel like we did. I feel like he did. I reckon with MAP, they were like the first ones to produce fishing videos, instructional fishing videos as a tackle brand.
I think there was
Match tackle brand.
it was that time. Who was it? There
Drennan
was-
were as well, weren't they?
Drennan they've always done it their way. They've
Yeah,
done it
yeah.
a bit different. At the time, I think it was Frankie had just started at Preston.
Yeah.
I'd just started at MAP, and Craig will have just started at Matrix at a similar sort of time.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
that was probably the time when it became a big thing, because looking back, it was so easy to do my job at that point, because I was probably a bit rubbish at making videos, but you could literally, any video you put up, it could be any old rubbish, it got a ridiculous amount of views.
Yeah, because they were
Yeah.
the first ones. It was, and I feel like we were around for that though.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
we were.
we were like the two top
100%.
lads at MAP sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were made to. It wasn't a choice. It was, come on, we're filming.
Yeah.
You're not
And
doing
they know
an
what
easy.
we're like in front of camera, because it's not
Well, we
easy.
weren't
like,
then. We weren't. We didn't know what we were like in front of camera then. And I remember my
Yeah.
first ever day was the first video I think we did.
It was on here.
Oh, I think
No, I
Richie's
don't
got,
think it was. I think we did one before that.
Rich, you got to put my
At
first
Western
one on it,
Pools.
Ultima. That's remember you saw it the other day.
Oh, yeah,
that was
that's how
like
shocking you are
that
on
was
camera then.
2007. It was a bit like proper one tone and like really serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Blooming heck. That's
But
going back to
I reckon the first video we did was maybe Western, rotating lines at Western.
No, I'm going to say the first
reckon
one was
it was
on
here?
here with that waggler just before Fisher, wasn't it?
Do you reckon? It was one of them two. But either way, it was a million takes, I remember.
Not
Literally.
like one take Tony's like we are
It
now.
was so bad. And you watch yourself then and you're all,
Yeah.
you have to,
It's mad how it
we've had to
evolves.
learn, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
How to be in front of a camera or with a microphone or whatever.
Yeah.
And it does take a long time, doesn't it? For
It is
ages
hard
and
to
ages,
start with.
you're
If you're not
awkward,
used to
aren't
it,
you?
even like just like putting a phone in front of your face and talking in front of that, doing
Yeah.
a short video, it's not easy, is it?
No, people don't like it. And that's a, it's
But yeah, so
become,
that's obviously we've gone off the tangent a bit, but that's another part of the sponsorship, isn't it?
well, that's what you've got to be expected to do
Yeah,
now.
definitely.
If you can't do that, a company won't have you.
No.
It's come to that pretty much every single tackle company now, match fishing tackle,
Yeah, they're doing vids, aren't they?
they're
Everything's
doing
online,
social media
I'd
video
say
content.
That's probably a bigger avenue in for anyone wanting to do it, because you look at,
Yes.
if you've got, I don't know, use like Mark Pictures from the carpy world as an example,
Yeah.
where
Like
it's not being harsh. There's people who will have a lot more bigger carp in the like album that spend days and days and days on the bank, but he's proved that if you can build a personality for yourself, you be good on camera,
yeah.
all of that stuff that goes with it, that's a lot more valuable to a company
Yeah.
than someone who sits on the bank 5 days a week. Yeah, they get the results, but they never talk to anyone. They're kind of they're not promoting product. It's all, and that's what a company wants. They want you
Yeah.
on the bank promoting product in front of camera.
And talking.
Yeah.
Approachable,
Yeah.
innit? They want you
Approachable.
nice. They want you to be able to stick a camera in front, or them to stick a camera in front of you,
Yeah.
and you to create something that is engaging and people enjoy watching.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
If you can do that, they don't care whether you can fish or not.
But I think it's got to be done in your own way as well.
Obviously in mine.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you see it as soon as there's people who are like mega on, like who's probably the best example of like Alan, someone like that.
Alan!
He's not going to be one of those people that's jumping around being a
Yeah,
bell end
yeah.
on camera.
But he's so meticulous, like Des is the same as well, and
Yeah.
they're so meticulous in.
You'll listen to
and Lee,
everything
you know what I mean?
they
Lee Carey,
say.
they're so like brilliant at what they're trying to get across and describing it. Whereas I'd be like, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. What we're going to say now, I can't remember. You know what I mean?
you
that's why I try
engage
and
with the plonkers, though. That's why
well,
we
that's
have
it. I
you.
try and inject a bit of humour into it. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about half the time.
Well, I think
But
that's
they're
why
like-
we're different at blowing our own trumpet.
Yeah,
Because
no.
it's not that serious.
But we do get like
relentlessness.
enough information across as well, don't we? So
Yeah.
that's why we're quite. What's the word I'm looking for? That's why we're
Diverse.
diverse, and I was looking for another word. You want that for like we're quite unique in our
Yeah.
capabilities.
Let's be there. They were big
like
ones.
But did we at MAP? Did we ever? Was that the only challenge
I think
thing we did together?
We
Was the
started
one?
off, wasn't it, the very first time we were both at MAP, weren't we?
No, but
Yeah.
filming for MAP, we did. I think that was the first time you two ever filmed together. Was that challenge at Partridge?
Partridge.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. That was 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Going back to that challenge, Andy May.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was.
and
yeah,
all
that was
that.
the
And
last one of
then
them.
you challenged Jamie for the
Yeah, yeah.
Christmas special, I think
Christmas
it was.
special.
Probably, well, that'd be like 2016,
2017
2017,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go on.
Is that when it was?
Yeah,
2017.
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems longer ago than that.
it was a long time ago. But yeah, so that's how it's evolved, and that's what's asked of you, and that's where we are in the very fortunate position that we're in now. It's not. I'm not going off on a tangent again, folks. Don't worry. It's not given to us. We've earned it. You know what I mean? We could have gone down different paths, but we've earned where we are now. So stop giving us
I go a little weird and like I don't
SHIT.
know if I'm blowing our own trumpet.
Go ahead.
I feel like we've done things different by doing this, by winning
Oh
ways.
yeah. This wasn't done before, was it?
This has become a massive part of our income
Yeah, 100%.
and massively important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doing this sort of thing of your own accord as well. In fact, a different flip side of things and about getting into it. Well, not so much getting into it, but
What we're doing? The video side of it, you mean?
a bit, but getting into being a
Coming
sponsored full-time angler, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
professional wally. I'm seeing it with my mate Matty Dawes a lot at the minute.
All right, okay.
In that he's sort of not just starting.
Kestrel. Sorry, Jay. I've not seen a Kestrel for ages. You see him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, mate. Go ahead.
He's definitely not just starting. He's fishing-wise phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
But he's sort of the starting journey of becoming a
Yeah.
potentially full-time angler. Who knows which way?
Fair play,
He's just
doing
missing
it
that bit of luck.
himself. Yeah.
And what he's having to do is lots and lots of content creating of his own accord.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because the
Imagine
companies...
us doing that
Oh, we'd be knackered.
without him helping us.
Yeah.
You know,
We'd
imagine
have
us doing that. I'd
cameras
be like,
pointing the wrong
I'll
way
just
and
give it to
everything.
Ollie. Ollie, sort that out for us. I can be all right with Ollie. Ollie's help.
But it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit biased because he's my mate, but
Yeah, man.
that's what you got to do now. If
Yeah.
you want to take over
Jamie
their shit,
Harrison's another one, isn't he? Prime example.
they've
Yeah.
all gone, look, if I want to get anywhere in this,
Yeah.
I've got to get my finger out and do something myself and stand out above everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, come up with that way, your unique...
USP,
Your unique what? What is it?
unique selling point.
Be kind, Jamie.
It's your... What is it? It's your brand, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
You're
you see,
as a
like,
brand
I
in the
don't just
fishing
put it on
world.
for cameras, do I? You know, it's like...
I mean, you're
like,
full-time bellend, not just
Yeah,
for the cameras.
pretty much, Jay, lad.
Well-
But it's right, isn't it? It don't change.
No.
And people think you do, but you don't.
No.
Just that you are what you are. And that's another thing. You've got to be natural. You've got to be yourself. Can't be fake, can you?
I think it's almost on camera. You've just got to be yourself a bit more, where it's a bit more of an extreme version of yourself, isn't it?
What, be
Yeah.
more of a bellend?
Yeah, but you are
cheers,
a little
Rich.
bit occasionally.
Well, just
It changes.
occasionally.
Like if you compare to when you first started filming to what you
Oh,
are now,
yeah.
it
Like-
evolves and develops and.
But I think that's who you're out with. Obviously, you get told to like say certain things and like be serious. And back then, it's like because obviously we bounce off each other now, so it's different, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Definitely.
Yes, it's become
Oh, I
all
like
nice.
that. I'm
But
glad I
yeah.
unleashed a little bit.
Oh, you feel
No,
all...
I wanted to get my point across because it proper, you know what I mean? You say it doesn't bother you, Jay, but it proper,
But you
especially
can't
when
let it-
like my family's reading, the kids are reading it and stuff like that.
Can't let it. You're in
Does
the
me
public
head in.
eye. It's how life is.
But-
Yeah, no, I suppose so.
Simple
that
as.
is the thing that.
But
there
if you
is
can be anything, be kind. That's the one, innit? You know what I mean?
not on the internet. If you can be anything, be a bell end on the internet. That
I
seems to
know,
be the
but
rule.
it shouldn't be though, should it? Bloody hell.
But what you see though is, and I've spoke to kind of Joe Carras quite a bit on this, and a few other lads who deal with me. There's a handful of people that are commenting on all the videos.
Yes.
And you can probably name them all. You've probably seen them, and most of them are now blocked from pretty much
Yeah,
every social media platform. But it'd be someone hiding behind an anonymous name like Pellet and Corn or something like that.
Yeah, good old fella. Good.
Everyone knows about that. Literally must spend their life commenting on videos. But what you do notice, it's generally like a silly time on a Friday night. So it'd
had
be
a
like
few beers.
Stellar o'clock.
yeah, like
It might be me and I don't even realise I'm doing it.
but it'd be someone
this
like
guy?
old boy or something that's had a few drinks, got a bit brave, and he'll just sit probably on his own,
Yeah.
getting angry at fishing videos, and that's the thing, isn't it? It's not worth.
The
Yeah,
way I
I
look
know.
at
I'll let it
over.
wind me up too much. It proper. I'll take it personally, and you know, it's hard not to. It just does you head in.
No, you've gotta
Because
get
for
on
me, I want to get on with everyone. You know
I
what
think
mean?
Rich put it years ago. You put it the sensiblest way in that it's one or two people making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Look at the views. Yeah, there's 100,000 people on some of them.
Yeah.
And one of them makes noise and you get bothered
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
If you put 100,000 people in a room, there's going to be a few bell ends
Oh,
in
yeah.
amongst them.
You're
course
never
there is.
going to please everyone, are you? So,
So
but
yeah, don't
no.
let that side of things bother you. You got to rise above it, aren't you, and just go. It's what it is. Let
So-
results do talking.
Look what
Andrew.
we're doing. We're going fishing.
So
innit?
that- if that's one bit of advice, obviously ignoring all the bullshit that goes with it and the negativity when it's just is what it is.
Yeah.
anyone who's sort of in their mind thinking, yeah, I want to be a professional angler when I'm older, in a few years, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you see as the sort of best route to do it and the best advice you could give them as someone who's done it?
Well, first thing, work your bollocks off. Like,
Gotta work
stupidly
hard.
fishing wise.
Yeah,
Make sure you're
definitely.
good at fishing.
You've got to
Yeah.
be, yeah.
I mean, yeah, first thing, get good at fishing. Focus on one aspect of the sport, whether that's feeder fishing, whether you
Yeah.
want to go down the international route or commercial fishing. Focus on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Can't
skip
do 'em
about.
all.
These days, you cannot do them all.
No, you could back in the day, it was different because obviously different elements came into it at different times, different
Yes.
time periods, didn't they?
Yeah.
But not now, just stick to one, yeah, as you say.
Next thing, definitely social media savvy. If you're not, then forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be on that as much as you possibly can,
And you've got-
understanding the world with a camera in front of your face.
Yeah, you've got to be engaging, haven't you?
Yes.
You've got to work on that. If it doesn't come natural, it's hard, isn't it? As I say, but
But it's
know.
a skill. It's a skill, isn't it? You learn it over time.
yeah.
And there's plenty of people that you look at, and everyone will be the same. The first few videos
Yeah.
are going to be shit,
Yeah.
and you'll look back on them, cringe, but you've almost got to get through that step to.
Don't put my ultimate video on, will you, Rich?
It's the same as you've got to learn. It's the same as anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to learn everything you do and make it a little bit better, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So being good on social media,
Yeah.
being good on film.
Be a nice human being to everyone.
You have got to be nice, yeah.
You know what you've got to do, and I'm a bit crap at
I generally
this.
love talking to I love it.
You
I love
need
chatting.
to engage with as many people as you can
Yeah.
that put their time into messaging you or commenting on the
Definitely.
stuff. I'm terrible at that.
I'm well on that. I love
you two
yeah.
are much better than
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Saying Rich is miserable like me as well, but
It's one of those where it does get hard to a point where
Yeah, we do
ridiculously
get, bearing in mind,
time-consuming,
we'll
innit?
get 15 to 20, I'm not talking a week, I'm talking a day, 15, 20 messages, be
Oh,
it via
easy.
Messenger,
30
WhatsApp,
plus.
direct messages, emails, we get loads, don't we?
it's a lot of time. When you had that time together, and we only get, we've probably been coaching or
That's what I mean, so we
filming
stay
or
from
whatever.
fishing, so we'll
you
get
get
like,
in at 6:30.
yeah, and then I've got stuff to do with my kids, so I'll have to take little girl to ballet or jazz, I've got football with my lad, and then by the time we get down to our team, me and my wife Louise, we've got probably, it's going to be 8:30, 9 o'clock by the time the kids are thinking about going to bed. We've got an hour, and then do it all over again in the morning, isn't it?
You have to.
It's
there's a
like
lot
hold on
manage
to
into
like it's
behind the
these
scenes.
things. But yeah, no, I wouldn't change everything. Absolutely, I just love fishing. First and foremost, you've got to love fishing. You know what I mean? That's what we're there for.
You
and
still do. You like
I
love
can't.
fishing.
I can't get enough of it. That's why I love my coaching still. So I can't get enough of
Yeah,
fishing.
I'm going to say that's the trickiest thing about full-time fishing, is
Loving
staying
it,
in
not
love with
falling that-
fishing.
yeah.
I have.
I don't know, it can't, because obviously we see all the different elements to it, Joe. We see all the different times of year. It's not just like we're going out in the summer bagging and we give it up kind of thing. We do lots of different styles and varieties, and
You need to,
certainly
don't
we
you?
like the likes of this Winning Ways. We're doing our challenges, so it's something to engage us all the time, isn't it? You know what I mean? We never go out of love for it.
But
No.
that's something known so much that the amount of people that probably not so much going down the sponsored angler route, but working within the industry. You see so many people that were mega keen anglers.
Yeah.
As soon as you start
Get fed
working
up
in
with
it, they just either go once, twice a year, never go again.
It
Yeah.
can be hard, can't
And
it?
And it sounds like everyone's moaning because this has got turned in quite a moany segment. But it is just when you're around something, when combining your hobby with your job can be potentially very dangerous, and you've got
Yeah.
to be able to sort of separate the two.
That's
to
what
a
coaching
degree.
did for me.
That was another,
Yeah.
I was
That's
going
why I had
to
to
say,
stop coaching.
we really?
Yeah, a lot of it.
That was another thing my mum and daddy made back in the day said, because I've been doing it like every day so often, I thought I'd grow out of love with it. But if anything, it went the opposite for me. I wanted to do it more. I just couldn't get enough of it.
Fair play.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's one of the other reasons, is it?
One of them. Yeah. Do you know what I
You
mean?
still love it, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Still
There's
love
lots of things, because do you know what I mean? I love fishing, of course I
Yeah,
do.
man.
I hate travelling, because
Yeah.
motorways are poo.
Oh, mate, yeah.
I mean, that
yeah,
does
yeah.
me head in, but
Yeah.
it's part of it. You've
Yeah,
got
gotta
to
do it.
learn to live in a van.
Yeah, yeah.
That's part of it. And yeah, there's all lots of things. You know what I mean, financially, I was able to chill out a bit.
Yes.
Mainly because you make me plenty of money now.
The
Well,
odd
And the
big
fact
check.
that you've won a fair bit as well, Jamie,
that
to be
always
fair.
helps as well. But yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah, mum.
I went weird in that it's just stage your life now. It'll have been you 4 or 5 years ago when you weren't fishing many matches. It's kids and that. It's that
Nothing else matters,
4
Jay.
to 6 years old, 4 to 7,
yeah.
before they start fobbing you off and doing their own
Yeah.
thing. You
Even-
just want to spend time with family. That's
Even
you taught
now,
me that.
even now, nothing else matters. Like, my lad's 12, my little girl's 9. At weekends, I'm like, I just want to spend it with them. I just can't get enough of it. It's amazing. It's
That's
time we
more
never get back.
important, innit?
Yeah.
Because you've got all week, you have to be.
Oh, definitely.
I like that. You've taught me that.
Oh, mate.
I wouldn't have been like that until I met you.
Oh,
you
go ahead,
proper,
Jay, lad.
yeah.
No, it's mint.
I like that. But yeah, I think that's about sponsorship wrapped up.
I'm glad I went off on a tangent.
We've
I like
ranted
that.
and now
I
chilled.
like that.
And don't-
Yeah, no, I'm all chilled now.
And if you want to get a sponsorship from a company, don't just send them a message on Facebook
No.
saying, "Will you sponsor me, please?" Because
Oh,
that won't
dear.
get you very far.
Work for it, earn it.
That the worst. What's the worst
I
thing you've
like-
had?
Yes,
Let's have a
go
bit of
ahead,
an entertaining one.
You would have got some actually, wouldn't you, when you were in Mapper or
You get a
Sporting
lot
something?
where it's, "Will you sponsor me?" Nothing else, no other context.
Just
that.
just that.
One,
Yeah.
one sentence.
Yeah, generally
Not
from
like I've won this, I'm doing this and that.
Yeah.
I've
I've
sponsor
had
me.
various ones where it'll be, "I've fished my first club match and finished second. Will you sponsor me?" But I think if you're doing it, generally, if a company wants to give you a proper sponsorship, they'll approach you.
Yeah.
So make
I
yourself
think that's the main
noticed.
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you are going to them, think of it as you're writing a sort
Job
of CV.
application. Yeah.
So yeah, what you've done, what you're about, what you think you can offer, what you're planning on doing, and actually sell yourself. Because if they've not approached you, not in a nasty way or anything like that,
Yeah,
they
they
probably
won't
don't
know
know
who
who
you
you
are.
are.
Recognise you and notice you. Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, so don't. It's always a weird one to try and sell yourself, isn't
Well,
it?
it's
But
50-50, doesn't it? It's what you can do for the sponsors, the sponsor what you can,
yeah,
they can do for
that's
you.
the biggest thing. You're there to provide a value to the sponsor through whatever it is, be it selling products, being on camera, getting
Yeah.
results. And
Yeah, that's how you should look at it.
Yeah, it's
the
not-
cost of what they give you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do you make that cost
Do you make that
and
back
more
full
back?
and more back? Yeah,
it's
I like
not.
that.
Yeah, you're not getting free gear. You're getting gear
Yeah.
in return for doing a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It is,
And
isn't it?
The more work you do, the more free gear you get or cheaper gear you get, and eventually you might get some money. But
Yeah.
if you're working 40 hours a week to get a bit of free bait,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably better doing a normal job, getting the money from that, and going fishing more.
Yeah, Mum.
Yeah, I like that, Rich. Yeah.
I like
I
that.
think we've covered that proper, haven't we? I'm glad I went off on a tangent, but we've covered that proper.
That was
Like
very in depth. I think it's time for something a little more light-hearted and jovial, chap.
I'm happy now, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm happier now.
Now you've
know.
unleashed on the public.
Yeah, I like that.
Right. With that, I need a wee. And then we'll start another one.
You edgy.